actually single. And day one, fully, officially stapled in. And I feel the reverse of someone collapsing. I The world gets quieter and less fizzy the second you stop being consumed by someone in your head. You're constantly thinking, constantly trying to appease, wondering what the next move will be. Overthinking to the stream where you want to think ahead. And I feel like I've always wanted to pre-plan and to know the answer ahead of time, which now I realize I shouldn't do that. Because then that takes me away from what's right here, what's right in front of me. Most of the time, that's me. I never pay attention to me. In a selfless way, in more of a way where in a relationship, platonic or romantic or whatever, I've noticed that I get obsessive on how I'm perceived and kind of latch on to this idea that I need to be perfect. And so I get caught up in that. And like, oh, I can't be ugly. I can't do this, do that. I can't be foul. I need to be cool. I need to be attractive. I need them to want to love me more than I need to love them. I want them to want me. So I need to be somewhat alluring or somewhat of this light that a fly goes to. I needed that. My biggest fear and root of my hesitations when I was in the relationship was giving my all, being vulnerable, sharing everything, sharing it all, just so then at some point it come to an end. And so, as I said before, as a pre-planner, as someone who overthinks to the point where I need to overthink so I can think ahead so I know what to do in situations was the idea. So it's like, oh, this relationship is gonna end at some point. Logically, I'm in my early 20s. You know, who knows? I could have, but very pessimistic. Like that line in fucking BoJack Horseman.
So cruel to let people love you. All you're doing is promising you'll one day break their hearts.
Yes, I was afraid of giving it just to then be dropped. But it's not being dropped. But then now I feel centered or in the midst of aligning so that I can see the center point of the axis. Because I feel like beforehand I was always skewed to like look to the side and try to like catch something, and try to like. Now I can go slower. I can figure out who I am alone without thinking how I would be with others. And then when I am with others, I can just be me. I do get excited a lot. So I run on and I get fidgety. I get excited. That scares me to do that in front of someone. But as long as it's not with the intention to perform is the key thing. Because I can be excited, I can go on and I can talk, yada yada. But I shouldn't perform. That's not what it's for. So, yeah, I don't think he's ever gonna watch this, but to get it out there, I feel a big sense of gratitude. If I were to have last words with him, I would say thank you. Just thank you for unlocking this. Yes, it's unlocked because it's finished, this chapter, because it's learned and grown. And he was carving it out. And it wasn't out when we were together, but the sculpture is done. And the shaving of the glass is being swept off. And it's being clear. And now I feel like because of him I can love. And I can at least attempt to try it. So that's what I miss, and that's what I'm grateful for. I love him for that. Grateful for that. So thank you. If my hopeless romantic were to be transparent with you, I would say I would love for us to work out. If I could have only been this tamed in our conversation, I feel like I definitely was crazy. No, I was crazy. I wasn't crazy, but I was my heart was racing, and I was a bit scared. So yeah, biggest fear was sharing, exposing, just for it to falter. But reality is people come and go. So why not share at the moment? You know? Can't rely on things that would be permanent. I mean, look who's talking. I'm someone who gets bored so easily on constant consistency. Yet somehow wired to wait for permanent things. Um, like assurance. But that's fair. Mm, I can just hope, and I can just put it out there to hope. And I'm feeling this heartbreak fully. I like it because it's not me dismissing it, which would prevent me from like really realizing and seeing, and I can't just resume back to the world. I mean, I'm not the same person that fits into that. Like I feel like a completely different person, and it's just the start, you know. The way that I walk, the way that I breathe, talk. I've noticed it's just yeah. I know for sure though, my heart doesn't have room for anyone else in that kind of capacity. His touches were so warm. The way he held and wrapped, it's really cute. And that part was beautiful. But the connection, what we would do outside the walls of one's apartment or bedroom, so much there. And I want to build that. I want to connect with him as I would any person in my life because he he deserves that. I don't know, deserve. He's someone I want to do that with. He's someone that I want to have in my life and connect and build and experience as I would with all the people that I carry close to me. I feel like the label of a boyfriend, of a relationship, is kind of, I didn't know. I didn't know how to use that, how to work with that. It's because I never truthfully had a solidified adult relationship. Um, so this was my mistake. We learn from our mistakes. This was my time to look back on and know what not to do. And I still wear his necklace. It's really pretty. It's really nice, and it came from love. And I still have his poems. His poems were the most beautiful thing. No one's ever wrote me poems or letters. That part I held on to for the longest. It's like, how can someone who write me such love letters and poems not love me? But it's not that. I love him a lot. It's so fiery. It burns. It burns my heart. Because that love is there, because there's no hatred, no nothing. All I can do is just move forward and focus on me. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna sit here and eat my croissant if you want to join me. But thank you.